Hey everyone, back again with another video to help you out. This time I'm showing you how to take the steering wheel airbag out of a 2020 Chevy Sonic. This airbag was purchased by a customer who needs it. This is also a helpful video if you need to remove your airbag to replace something within the steering wheel or the clock spring. If this airbag has gone off already, you may also need to replace the clock spring mounted behind the steering wheel, and then also replace or reprogram your ABS control module, your SRS control module that actuates your airbags and all that stuff. Sometimes those are one-time use only modules that need to be replaced. Others can be reprogrammed to continue to work. In any case, to remove this, first of all, you're going to need to disconnect your battery. You don't want this going off if it hasn't already. That's why you're in here taking this apart. Disconnect your battery, leave it there for 10 or 15 minutes just to get any kind of excess charge. There are capacitors in here that can hold extra charge, and these can go off even when the battery is disconnected for just a couple minutes. Anyway, I went ahead and took the clamshell off of this. Again, I'm in the junkyard, so a little more liberal with what I can do here. But on either side of the column, you'll have a Phillips head screw to remove on the clamshell itself. That's mounted right here, and then there's another one just like it on the other side. And I took the clamshell off, which also includes the bezel that goes around the speedometer, which is this upper portion here. And then this slides off the stock for the windshield wiper switch, so it slides off of there, so be careful with that you don't break that. And then this is all held in with clips here, so you can put this back when you're done. So I set that aside, and that just to give me more room. And then I pulled the bottom one off too. It's off here somewhere, it's right here. So you'll have one Phillips head screw on the bottom of this to pull out in order to slide this off of the lever for the tilt steering wheel. And then I came in from the back side on the bottom. I tried to come in through the top, but the speedometer was getting in the way, so I just come in through the bottom with a long thin screwdriver. And since this is already out, I can show you behind here what you're doing. There's a little slot right here on either side. You'll start where the larger opening is on this, and you'll poke your screwdriver in, or whichever tool you choose. And I'm starting with the screwdriver as far towards the edge of the wheel as possible, and pulling the handle outward towards the door. So as you're reaching back in there, you're pulling the screwdriver is coming outwards towards the door, and the tip of it is pulling on that spring right here. And once that spring is pulled far enough, the spring pressure on the backside right here on these springs will eject the airbag from the column. And on this side is the same principle. It took me a little while to get a good angle on this to actually release this. So again, you're going to start with your screwdriver angled towards the center console on the right hand side of it, and press the handle towards the center console, and that's going to release this side over here. Now take caution when you're doing this, because sometimes when you release this side, it can actually spring over and re-hook on this side. So sometimes I like to put something in between here, flat blade screwdriver or something, just to prevent this from kicking sideways and reattaching this side, and then you have to do this side again. So pretty simple to release that, and then this will come out. You'll need to pop out these little retaining clips. careful not to break these. Also, if this airbag has gone off, sometimes these little plugs can melt, and that will result in you needing to replace the clock spring anyway. The clock spring is the piece behind the steering column that allows all your buttons to work in your steering column, and also for the wiring for your airbag to work while you're able to spin the wheel around. So when that happens, a lot of times this can get really hot in here and melt these plugs, in which case you'll need to replace your clock spring anyway. So pop that out and remove it. Pop that one out. It's really hard to do with just one hand, but I'm showing you to save you the time. Again, if this helps you, drop a like down below. If you have any questions, leave those down below too. I'll be glad to help you in any way I can. So there's your 2 plugs. And if this helped you, let me know. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.